Hello there, my name is HOI4 and welcome to a new Hearts of Iron 4 series, this time with the Waking the Tiger DLC. It's here, Cornflakes patch. I'm very excited to jump in. This is a preview build that Paradox have very kindly given me access to. So we're a few days before the release of the DLC. As you can see, we are in here. We have many more unique focus trees here with all the Chinese warlords. And we are going to be playing as, for this inaugural campaign, as the Guangxi Clique, who are one of the Chinese warlords. Obviously this DLC focuses very heavily on the Chinese-Japanese region, with a whole bunch of changes out here. But we're going to be playing as Guangxi, and we're going to be trying to, take part in the warlord power struggle, and maybe beat up China and maybe Japan. We'll see how we do. So let's jump in. We'll stay on historical ally focuses just for the sake of predictability, and so we don't see crazy stuff happening just at the moment. So I have played a bit of this DLC already, so I'm kind of familiar with what I'm doing. So hopefully I shouldn't be too all over the place. But yeah, some of the changes are pretty radical to how you want to play the game, which you might see as we go on later into the campaign. The new order of battle stuff here is going to change the way that you manage your armies quite significantly, I think. So, we have a focus tree. It's a Guangxi Clique focus tree. It's the same focus tree as I believe the other warlords get. You see Yan'an here with Long Yun has the same focus tree as I do. So, I believe we can become China eventually, and then we get China's focus tree. I think that's how it works. Yes, so we'll try our focus first. Let's try and get playing, and we'll encounter the new features as we go through. So we're going to go for secure internal politics. Could go communist, we could go nationalist, or we could be opposition to both of them. So we'll do that, get some political power going on. And you'll see up here we have stability and war support now, and no national unity. National unity has been completely replaced by stability. So you now capitulate based on how much stability you have in your country. And then war support affects lots of different modifiers. Things like, I believe, changing economy law is now related to war support. Yeah, so because war economy, you need more than 50% war support in order to do that. And there can be penalties if you're on war economy and your war support is drops below 50%, then you can get a decision, which is obviously another new mechanic, you have to go back to civilian economy or mobilization. Otherwise, you get a whole bunch of penalties because your people won't tolerate being at a war economy when there's no support for a war. Essentially, well, that is a funny little graphical twitch there that happens sometimes. As I say, preview copy here. So this is all not final stuff. There could well be bugs and the like hiding around. Yeah, the decision system here is if you played EU4, you'll be kind of familiar with how this looks. There are actions you can take. You spend political power in order to take them, and they can affect your countries in various different ways. We can Chinese power struggle over here. We can take national leadership, which we need to have more political support points than China. And then we can try and, if they accept, we join all wars that China is fighting, and Guangxi Clique annexes China. Okay, this is clearly quite a late game thing for us. If they refuse, we get a whole bunch of penalties. Oh no, China gets those penalties, not us. They get national spirit, illegal regime. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff. You can hear in the background there is new music for this mod. I think we're gonna start off by building civilian factories. I think civilian factories is a good idea. And we have 2 research slots, which is not great, but it is what it is. And we have 3 military factories. We're going to go just all for guns, I think. There's no point building other stuff right now. We need to get divisions on the board. Speaking of divisions, we have 7 divisions, and now we see the new chain of command. So, armies are now always part of, well, not always actually. You can have armies that aren't attached to army groups, but ideally you should want to have your armies in an army group. Army groups are commanded by field marshals. We have not got one. Okay, so we need to find a field marshal, don't we? We can't, we haven't got any political power. Okay, so we can't do it because we have no field marshals, but we can. Bigger nations will have a field marshal that commands the army group, and then generals command armies. Within that army group, there's a maximum of 5 armies generally that a field marshal can command. It can be increased with certain traits, which are there's so much in this DLC. Like I'm trying to like play the game, but every 2 sentences I find a new feature I have to talk about. So the generals have traits now, and this you assign them. You choose what you want your generals to specialize in based on each one gains experience. So Panzer Leader 0 out of 700 experience gained while I'm assuming that's commanding. I'm sure that's commanding an army or army that has over 40% hardness. I guess that's how that works. So not only is there experience here overall, be it to level up to level 3 and 4 and 5. There's also experience for every individual trait that you gain, and you can try and specialize your guys. And some of these are quite good. Paratroopers here. If you get a guy who's specialized to paratroopers, you get 240 hours extra supply grace. That's like over a week's worth of extra supply grace. It's 10 days in fact. If I can do 10 times 24, 240. That's pretty powerful. We have some more divisions down here actually. We can go into this army. Then we'll just whack them there for now. Give them a quick offensive line, and we'll hit go on the game. By the way, the traits we just looked at, they are redeemed. You spend command power in order to redeem them. Some of these features I'm going to explain more as we get into the game, because it's difficult to sort of sit here and explain every new feature at the start. As they come up, I'll talk about what they do, and what command power does, and so on. So, we are doing what? What's our plan here? Let's have a look at the focus tree more closely and see where we go with this. We could go communist. We are entirely non-aligned currently. We have no popularity for anything else. So what do we get if we go communist? We were to get more support for communism. Okay. Remove national spirit, ineffective bureaucracy. Right, that's political power again. That's not massive, but well, again, it's pretty hefty. 0.25 a day we're losing. In all fairness. Judiciary reforms. Okay, let's remove the spirits. We've got the negative ones, and then join the Chinese Soviet. The Yan'an incident, which gives us ask the Soviet Union for support to replace communist China as communist leader. Oh, okay. So we don't seem to get much sort of concrete benefits for the country by doing these focuses. They're all sort of our position within the power struggle in China. We have a very, very small tree when it comes to actually getting extra factories and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure which side we're good. There's more focuses on this side it seems than the communist side, and there's way more over here actually. Opposition. If we go on our own, basically, we can get Japanese support. Li Zongren becomes a field marshal. That's be pretty good. Maybe we'll go opposition. We'll say screw them to both of them, and we'll just do a rival government. That could be cool, wouldn't it? Go for that. Why not? You don't need those guys. These 2 guys. You don't need them. You got Li Zongren. Oh wait, he's my leader. I thought it was this guy. So what happens is that focus is my leader becomes a field marshal, and then he could command my my army group. Oh, do we have any historical insignia? I assume we don't because we're a minor. I wonder how I saw it. There it is through here. Oh, we do. We have some that are sort of generic. So we can say like this is the first army, and it has a little thing there. I quite like it. I think it looks really cool. The only thing is, if you have many of these that are these symbols, then there's no colour. So you look at like you've got 5 different colours. You don't know which one's which. So you can't just click up here. You've got to click on the unit on the map to make sure you get the right army. Decisions available. Invite Chiang Kai-shek. Our country is weakened by internal fighting, while Japan clearly has designs on our territory. We must force the nationalists and communists to see reason and form a united front. So, doing this will get China an invitation from Li Zongren. Well, I mean, I don't want to be friends with them, so nah. Nah, I'm going to say no to that. Oh, we better click the button here so it stops appearing at the top. Otherwise that will annoy me. So we have a little deficit in guns at the moment. Our divisions are hit combat with. Okay. That's not great, I have to say. Okay, well, we better start trading then as soon as we can. We've got a substantial deficit. I mean, we only produce 25 guns a day at the moment. It's not particularly brilliant. See how we get on. We'll go on speed 5, as there's not a great deal to do at this early stage of the campaign. Yeah. We need 2 research slots and yeah. We could probably go on to something like free trade, I guess, as soon as possible. Because we have no need of resources. Well, we no want for them. We've got loads in what we're actually making. So should I stay this ideology? Yeah, we'll stay as Liaison Gren. Why not? Let's go on to free trade though. Get that bump to our factory output. Would be pretty helpful. The opposition makes China not like us. Is that all it does? Alright, let's go for it. Go for the opposition track. There's the Spanish Civil War, which we of course can't take any part in. I assume, because we're not aligned, it won't let us do it. No, we're not. Looks like National Spain is winning, as always. You see there our command power is ticking up at the moment. War support minus 16%, so we're gaining less than the base gain is 0.6 a day. I don't know why it says percent, because it's not a percentage, it's just a value. We gain 0.6 base command power a day, but we only gain 0.5 because our war support is below 50%, and therefore we get a penalty to command power gain, and penalty to our mobilization speed as well. Now, mobilization speed is a funny thing because if we do a research time there, when you change manpower law now, it doesn't change instantaneously. You have to mobilize the divisions, mobilize them in, which is what that speed is. So yeah, ours is all fine at the moment because we've just stayed. If we were to change our manpower law, the total wouldn't immediately jump up. It would take X amount of days to actually mobilize the additional manpower. So that changes the dynamic there of when you decide to raise your manpower law. You can't do it when you've got 1,000 men left because you'll run out of manpower. Promises of peace. This gives us 0.5 stability a day and a reduction in weekly war support of 1% for 90 days. So we got how many weeks are in 90 days? I don't know. Why can't it say weeks? I guess either way it would be not helpful because stability is in days and the war support's done in weeks. So stability is also really helpful. If you've got above 50% stability, you get bonuses to factory output, dockyard output, consumer goods factories, and your political power gain. So really, both of these, you want to have them as high as you can, but it's difficult. It can be difficult to have both high. Okay, institute cross-border raids. Unlocks decisions to start border conflicts with warlords and communist China. We'll get a minus 10% reduction on consumer goods. I want to do this one. I want to see what these decisions look like. Maybe we can like have a go at Yunnan. He's got no divisions. Well, not many. He's got like 3. I have 9. So maybe we could, you know, do some border conflicts with our western neighbours. Now, one of the easily most jarring changes is that the frontline button is now in a different place on the battle plans bar here, because now exercise is now down here. It's not up here in the army menu. And so the number of times that you go to do your front line and you go over here and it's actually there is many times does this happen. You can hear some more new music there in the background. I hope you can anyway. I hope it's not too quiet. So do we want to do promises of peace? I guess not. We'd lose political power gain. We can't really afford to do that. We only gain 0.62 a day. We'll be down to 0.1. Yeah, so we won't do that. I think we need to conserve our political power and have it around in case, well, to get our advisors and that kind of stuff as well. Our economy law. Now, of course, does it still use political power? Yes, it does still use political power. It's just not based on world tension anymore. It's based on war support. That's fun. We've got any more new advisors? These all seem... Oh, stability. Popular figurehead now does stability, which makes them actually worthwhile, I guess, because no one if you know, you'd never get a national unity advisor because you wouldn't expect to be fighting on your own core territory. But getting a 15% boost to stability, like that's factory output and things, that's helpful. Okay, so let's do the reduction in consumer goods factories now. And let's see about these decisions then on border conflicts. So, stage incident at Yunnan border. Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's do it now. I mean, why not? What's the reason not to? They've got one division on my border. Does this take time to do? Yes, 28 days. And then I assume I get an event. And I can escalate it. I'm not entirely sure how these border conflicts work. I did one in a game as Japan, which you'll see it's a collab with Count Christo. I'm not entirely sure which series his videos will have gone up first. So you may have seen that, or you may see it in the future. I did it as Japan. I picked a border conflict event chain like I'm doing now, and with Russia, and I didn't really know how to make war happen in the border conflict thing. So hopefully we can figure it out this time. But let's see. 9 days to go. Must be something you press to start the border conflict, I think. Also, you see here as we hover over every province, we get a readout of the temperature and the weather and the local time, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's 29 degrees. It's very hot. So my divisions have all got hot acclimatization, which is another feature in the new DLC/patch. I don't know which ones are free and which ones are paid. I'm sorry. I've only seen all of them together, so I don't know which of these things actually come with the free cornflakes update. Oh, whoa. Escalate to border conflict with Yunnan. Okay, so the prerequisites to do this is to fully control Guangxi and have at least one division in Guangxi against the border of Yunnan. Okay, so we have border conflict. Nice. This is the first time I've done this before. Cool, so we have a border conflict. Null combat. Okay, we haven't started doing anything yet. That's why that. Why is it? Oh, because these guys are not involved in the conflict. The purple ones here, I think. This army is fighting at a border conflict. You can't give direct orders to units, remove divisions from the army, or replace chain of command. Wait, what? So what do I do? I just wait, do I? Until they just do it, okay. Well, Godspeed. So I can't actually... So these guys are my army I can control. Let's move them away so I can see what's going on. Then these 6 divisions are fighting in the border conflict, but I can't do anything. They're not on an offensive plan. They're not under my control, basically. So we just watch here, basically, what's going on. Well, hopefully we should beat them. They've got one division actually fighting us. So these are sort of a hands-off conflict, really. I guess because they're not official wars. That ties in thematically, because they're not actual wars. They're just sort of border conflicts. So I can fight them without going to war with them, but I can't, I can't actually control it. Can't endorse it officially. Come on, guys, win the battle. You can do it. I wonder if 6 divisions just is the maximum, whether it's related to number of divisions or what. Just 6 out of 6. So I need some better divisions, basically. Looks like we might have a stalemate here. Wonder how long it goes on for before it just stops. So I can escalate the conflict. Well, I could conflict to an actual war. I just need the points. I can't do it now. No progress in Yunnan. So this just means that the war just ends in 338 days, I think. Okay. Okay, so seek Japanese support. We could get Japanese support. I mean, they're going to fight China anyway. I think we go for cult personality and we do some of these industry focuses. I don't want to go toward China right now. It's a bit early. I mean, even if we're not allied to Japan, we don't want to fight China when Japan isn't fighting them. Okay, so we're losing this now. It's not working. We're not going to win. So we know for future we need to have, if 6 divisions is the maximum number you can have, then we want to have better divisions. I guess. Bigger one is 20 widths. No, our divisions are very small. Okay, well we know for future. That is literally the first time I've seen that mechanic, so... What are you going to do? We've got a big deficit of guns right now. We're getting army experience from this conflict. We are getting army experience from the border conflict. That's fun. Let's train some more divisions. We might as well get some... Well, we need to cover the border, for starters. Let's train up our surplus now. 14 divisions worth, which is... not very many men. Honestly. That's maybe like, maybe 4 or 5 20-width divisions, I guess. Alright, let's go speed 5. I think this is going to fail. I don't think we're going to win this. I think we need to prepare more before you do something like this. We do conflicts against China, border conflicts. Stage instance at Xinjiang, Communist China, Shanxi, and Jibin, Sanma. No, you can't do it against China. Only the other warlords. Okay, okay. We have absolutely no navy. Not even one ship. It's fun. Okay, mechanical commuting, concentrated industry. Reinforced rate worth it, or should we go for construction? I think construction is also going to be good. And support weapons 1. We need more research slots. Where can we get one? Focus tree. I count on you. I don't see any research slots in the focus tree. Maybe we just need to become China. We can get their tree. Maybe this is deliberately not a great focus tree to encourage me to take over the Chinese tree. Man, I bet I'm losing loads of troops here, but I can't stop it. There's nothing I can do. Just got to sit here and watch my divisions attack into mountains. I mean, they're attacking this province here. I think you just get one battle for the entire border conflict. Oh, there's effects for it. So, if you win 100 political power, owner control of Yunnan. If you lose a bunch of political power, and they get a bunch of benefits. Interesting. I think this is gonna be a draw. We aren't gonna win or lose. It's just gonna be like we didn't make any progress. Alas. I can live with that though. Let's go industrial investment. Let's get our industry up a bit. It's lacking a bit at the moment. Yeah, annoyingly we can't interfere with it at all. So you have to make sure when you declare this that your army is good and can defeat them by the AI just attacking, which is a much higher bar to meet than you as a player being able to win. Then again, the AI is much improved from what I've seen so far. I played a test game as Germany last night, and the AI seems to be quite a bit stiffer. They seem to be, particularly when you've got empty territory, if you set a fullback line and you invite them in or whatever, they're much more aggressive in moving up into empty territory, I've noticed. The AI. That's cool. Here's our new divisions. Now we can start adding some battalions to our divisions, which we definitely should do. Well, at least one to get to 10 width. It gives us a deficit at all? I assume it must do. I can't have been fine. Apparently it was. There we are. What? How was that defeat? It drew, surely. They've succeeded in pushing us out of the disputed area. Oh, God. That was horrific. I've been humiliated by Yunnan. Okay, so definitely need to be way more careful about border conflicts then. I think it's safe to say. Right, Chen Chitang, get in command of this army, please. Okay, so I'm not sure where our first war will even come from. I mean, is it going to be Proclaim rival government. Makes them all a core. Makes China a core of me. Changes the national focus tree to the focus tree of nationalist China. Oh, okay, that's what I want then, isn't it? We get down to this one. That is a military factory though. Population, factory output, or a research slot is probably more important right now. Actually, don't know how I didn't see that research slot before, but somehow I missed it. Oh well. All right, let's get on our board with China then, I guess. At least now we can more or less cover the front line. That's good. With at least 10 width divisions, even if they're not particularly great. We get a fourth factory, we can then probably start making support equipment or artillery. In fact, do we have either of those two researched? It's entirely possible we don't. Artillery? No. No, we don't. We haven't got artillery. Do we have support equipment? No. No, we don't. Okay, so we can't make either of those things yet. Okay. Well, at least we cover the entire front now. Even if it is just 10 widths. What do I want? I need what? I'll research support equipment, I think. Actually, no. Let's do industry 2. And what we'll do, I think, we'll train one more division, give us a full 24, and then we'll just gradually increase the size of those divisions until they are a good size. Okay, well, I will leave this first episode of this series here. Thank you all very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, subscribe, and in particular comment on what you'd like to see me play in the new Waking the Tiger DLC. There's lots of exciting things to look at, not just in Asia, but in general, playing as Germany or Russia. The new order of battle mechanics can be fully used, and it changes the way you want to do it. So yeah, do let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all again very, very soon for more as a Guangxi Clique in the Waking the Tiger DLC. Bye-bye.